Okay, so today we're going to learn about how to add methods in trieSearchTree. So you will be wondering, what is trieTree? Well, it's very different from binary tree. The difference is only better for the strings like words, right? So if we look at the diagram, it will make more sense. So we have a prefix like C. Any word that starts with C can branch out into this letters that we're trying to spell it out, right? So these are three branch, and we can have more branch here. In this case, AEL is a different branch that we can have, and see if these letters can make words, right? cat is a word. So how do we know this is going to be a word in the trieTree? Well, we will set true or false flag at the end of each word, right? So T will have true or false variable, a flag variable, set it into true, and R, T, D, Y, similar to them. Okay, so that way we can know these are words, right? So, and also we're going to have a key. Key value pair will be more make sense for us to organize these letters and make string out of these. Okay, so let's go into JavaScript and make sure that we understand the concept. So if you look at the node functions, the prototype itself, it has keys, which is map, right? So key value pair, and then we have the flag, this dot end false, set into false. So if it's not the end of the word, then it's going to be false. If it's the end, then it will be true. So set, we have to set, and is end. So yeah, and let's look at the functions right here, and let's add method like add, isWord, and print. So let's initialize this dot root new and node, and then we're going to add this dot add function and password, and then we're going to have current, and that will be this dot root and for index. We're going to each letter, right? And word dot length and index plus plus. Then down here we're going to set current dot set n, so indicating that we're adding a word in a tree, and we set the flag into true. So and then we're going to have letter. We can set it here, letter will be equal to word, and that will be index. Okay, and we're going to check, and this is how we're going to traverse. And so traverse through the branch, right? So check if it's a child. If there's a child, no, then add it, right? So that's how we're going to traverse. And check if current keys.has letter. If we don't have it, we're going to add it. Keys.set letter and new node. Okay, control and enter, and it work, but it will make more sense when we add more methods here and work completely. So let's jump into this dot isWord. So that's how we add a word inside binary trieSearchTree. So we're going to check word that we pass on the inside the functions is word that we have in trieSearchTree. So function word, and just similar to this, we're just going to copy and paste this here, and we're going to change a little bit stuff here. We will return the flag, and it's not going to be set, it's going to be this, right? This function right here. And instead of this, you're going to return false. If it's not exists in the tree, then we're going to return it false, right? So that's the only thing that we have to change, and control and enter, and it'll work as we expected. Okay, so that's for isWord. Just like adding, it will search through the branches, and then if it's not a word, it will return false. If it's a word, then it will traverse all the tree, and once the letters length is done, we're going to check the flag, and if it's true, then we will return it. Okay, so that's it for the isWord method. Let's jump into this dot print. So this is a little bit different from these two functions above. We're not going to pass anything here. We're just going to use that, and then we're going to have a bunch of variable. Cur will be this dot root, and we will have word, which is string, and then we will have result, which is just list or array, and we will have functions var get words, and we will pass cur and word. Okay, and we will return result, and we will call function words, and that will be cur and word. We will have to call the functions down here. So inside here, it will be a little bit different from previous functions. So we will have to for loop the letter, and then of cur.keys, right? And we have to check, we have to collect the letter, so concatenate inside the word, and we will have to recursively call the functions here inside the loops, and that will be cur.keys.get, and that will be letter, and we will have to pass the word. So basically we're traversing into a different branch. this right here. So you have letter and we got the keys, then that means we have a different branch. If it doesn't have any different branch, then it will escape this for loop, and that's it. Okay, and we're gonna have to word equal word dot slice and remove the, basically removing the last letter, yeah, because we're going to have a duplicate and it's not really necessary inside the word. And remove the last letter. And we're going to have to check if the letter exists in the branch, right? So if, I mean not the branch, check letter exists in the branch. If it does, push in the result. So if cur dot keys dot has and letter, if it's true, if we're going to push and word. Oh, not exist. Check if it is, check the word is, check if it is the end of the word. Okay, so how do we check that? Well, keys.get and then letter dot is end. So we have to call that method here. So once we call the keys, then we have to call the function isEnd. Okay, and if it's the isEnd, then we will push it. So I think that's it, and we have to remove it, remove the last letter. So once we return from the recursive functions here, we're going to have extra letter, so we have to remove that one. Yeah. So control and enter, and there we have it. It worked, and that's how we manipulate data in trieSearchTree, right? Okay.